Community focus. Community focus. We're here for you. Our point of view. Asperger Park. You're in North London. A week in review. We're here for you. Yeah.
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Community Focus is an art centre for children and adults with disabilities. We are based in the borough of Barnet, North London, and offer a selection of creative and wellbeing activities for all ages.
In the room we have
Babak,
Philip.
Gila.
Carol,
Jonathan,
Amia,
Hasel.
and Maria.
In today's episode, we interview the incredible artist Hasel, who began creating art during lockdown and now produces a new piece almost every day. She opens up about living with Aspergers and shares how painting and drawing have boosted her confidence and helped her express herself more clearly. We are treated to another poem by Carol, titled Memories or My Place, a gentle reflection on the places and moments that bring her peace, joy, and a deep sense of belonging. Lastly, the group reflects on how bearing their souls on the show over the past 2 years has helped them in both positive and challenging ways.
Good afternoon, ladies and jelly spoons. Welcome to our show. In today's show, we've got a special guest, Hasel, who's a great artist.
Well, I'm really pleased to be here, and it'll be interesting to hear about some of your questions. It's a new experience, so I hope I enjoy it.
What's going on, Babak?
nothing's going on. It's a bit hot today.
It is hot today. It's uncomfortable. Phil, what's going on?
Well, at the moment, it's too hot. I'm hot and sweaty. I could do it with nice cold water on my face. Do you like this weather?
No, I do not. Yesterday, when I came home from Community Focus, I was so hot I had to have a shower. And last night, can you sleep in this heat? No. Too hot. It's too hot.
Hasel, how do you feel in this weather?
Yeah, I do feel hot and sweaty. I have to drink more, wear less clothing, bit more reluctant to go for long walks because it's hot as well. So
England has never been this hot. I think we're in the middle of a heat wave. What's going on, Carol?
So lately the weather's been hot and I'm not really a big fan of the heat. I mainly like it being when it's like windy and like sunny at the same time, like breezy. So I'm more of like an autumn person in the spring, but I don't really like the summer or winter. So yeah, because like the winter's too cold and the summer's too hot, but autumn is just fine because it's cold and like breezy. But the spring, it's like I said, it's breezy and sunny. So yeah, and the weather's beautiful with like the flowers coming out, and autumn has like really nice leaves as they fall from the trees.
What's going on, Jonathan?
The heat is exhausting, and it's very demotivating as well, I've got to be honest. But, you know, I suppose it makes a change from the rain. So, yeah. Well, I suppose a lot of us aren't really accustomed to being hot, are we? Because it's always so cold and rainy all the time. So, you know, I suppose a change is better than none.
Jonathan, have you done anything else this week besides being bothered about the heat?
Yes, I have. I have done a few bits and pieces here and there. I did I did one of my group events, and this was a walk, and it was actually a walk that was organised by a group that does things with people with issues like autism, ADHD, and things like that. And interesting thing was I was speaking to one of them, and they offhand mentioned that they were also doing a podcast. I can't remember the name of it offhand though, which is really annoying.
What's the name of this walking group if people want to look it up?
They are one of the many meetup groups you can find on the meetup website that's around. We will look it up and we will put it as a link underneath the show in the description.
Fab.
That was brilliant. Fab is an ice cream. Mia, so what you've been up to then?
It's very hot weather. I can't understand this weather, yes. It's very good for ice cream.
What's your favourite ice cream, Mia?
Vanilla.
Mine's the ones that are stuck together. I don't know. You get them down Cruise Hill, don't you? They're stuck together. Instead of getting one ice cream cone, you get two. Yeah. And you get one with a flake in it as well. And you should brought my ice cream in today. Yeah. Double scoop, yeah. What's going on, Gila, besides being hot and bothered?
So, I have really bad hay fever, and ever since, I haven't had it before, but it just literally came on, and I took Pyrenees, I don't know what it is, and Pyrenees probably, and it helped me so much. Someone recommended it to me, and if you, whoever listen to this, if you have really bad hay fever, then get some Pyrenees, and because it will help your eyes and your nose. It's just one spray up your nose, and then you will be good throughout the day. But then after you take it for a long time, you need to take a break for it to take effect and then go back on. So that is my little tip for if you got hay fever.
Lastly, our special guest, Hasel.
I'm okay. I'm a little bit tired today because yesterday I did a lot of housework, but I'm happy to be here. It's a new experience. Nice to see people and have conversations with people, and listen to what they have to say and stuff. It's been interesting.
Thanks, everybody. I took a tablet this morning. It was a pink one for hay fever because my eyes and my nostril. It looks like what a horse takes. It's like a tranquilizer. It's so big. It's a big, massive tablet.
Hasel, what made you start making art?
So I think it was during COVID. There wasn't really. I'd attended community focus before lockdown, and then they told me about the art classes online, and I started to attend them. I really enjoyed them. Started to draw more and more, and that's sort of when it developed. Like I got really more and more kind of into it at that point, and I started to like draw every day, not just in class, but outside of the lessons. And now I'm like painting as well, and so I'm painting stuff that I take photos of, like places I visit as well. So yeah, that's when it all kind of started, and also it takes my mind off things. It lifts my mood. So yeah, it was particularly during the COVID lockdown. That's when it all started.
Did you do any art before COVID?
So at Community Focus, I did lots of creative writing. I did many of their creative writing classes, so lots of poetry, just writing and stuff. So not much art at all before COVID. It hit off during COVID.
So, Hasel, when you began art, what was the first thing that came into your mind that you started to draw?
So it depended on the classes that I was attending and what the subject was. So that the class subjects was the inspiration, the whole inspiration around the paintings I did and stuff. So if we were learning about a particular topic, then I would do an illustration with it along with some writing about the topic. I love to illustrate with my writing, so lots of illustrations with what I've learnt in the lessons and stuff. But also it does inspire my paintings, so the topics I learn inspire what I draw as well. So if I'm learning about an animal, for example, the facts about an animal and stuff, then I think about a painting composition with an animal in it and stuff. So it depends on the subject that I'm learning, the facts that I'm learning, and then that kind of inspires my creativity afterwards. Then I think about compositions to do with that topic as well.
What areas do you think you need to improve in art?
So I really like the shading techniques I've been learning in Judith's classes, shading from light to dark and stuff like that. But I think I need to improve on my patience because it involves a lot of patience shading with a pencil. So you have to increase your pressure on the pencil where it's darker and then decrease it where it's lighter. But I really struggle with the medium pressures of the pencil. I don't think I lack patience in the medium pressure part. So I think I need to sort of improve on that a little bit, yeah.
What is your favourite piece of art you're doing?
I do really like the animals and birds I do, because I also learn about them as well. I get given lots of facts about them and stuff. So especially leopards, they've got lovely skin, lovely dots and stuff. So yeah, I think animals, landscapes as well. Love to draw trees, rivers, sort of, that kind of thing. And from time to time I do portraits as well, which is nice.
So how does making art help you?
Yeah, if I'm feeling down, it does lift my mood. Sort of drawing takes me away from my sort of problems and issues and stuff, and yeah, it's like a happy kind of place, really. So I think that's what it is. It just lifts my mood. It just takes me away from sort of my issues and stuff and problems. So it's a way of escaping. Yeah, and I get to talk about the stuff I sort of do and learn as well, so it helps my communication skills a bit as well. So with my family, and I get to share it with my family, talk about it with family and stuff, and they get to enjoy it as well. So it's nice to be able to entertain the family with it as well. Yeah.
Has there ever been a time when you accidentally ruined your artwork, but you were able to improve it by adding something to it?
Yeah, I mean, you can mix media with art as well, so you can paint over mistakes if you're doing acrylics. If the proportions are not quite right, you can sort of paint over the mistakes of the proportions with the paint, so you can hide it, so it's easy. With charcoal as well, you can always rub out mistakes and sort of shade over bits that aren't right as well. So yeah, and it's also, like, I guess when you mix media as well, it's easier to kind of hide things that you're not very happy with and stuff. You can always collage over things that you're not quite happy with and stuff as well.
So Hasel, what is your disability? And has it helped you doing your art to feel less introverted?
So my disability is Aspergers, so I really find it hard to communicate with people, join in conversations around the table with family and stuff and friends, make friends as well really. So I've had this, it's been long term for most of my life. So art helps me because I get to talk about it, what I've learned with family and friends, and they get to ask questions and I get to respond to those questions. But I also, at the same time, it helps me sort of communicate with family and friends and ask how they are as well, and what they've been doing and stuff like that. And so it's not just about me, I'm trying to kind of have more of a relationship with people at home by asking them, you know, what they've been up to and stuff like that. So it's helped my communication skills, definitely.
That sounds amazing. And also you've been putting stuff up on social media, and you've just bloom into an artist, and I love how you're taking exhibitions now and just how vibrant you are now.
Well, I really enjoy looking at other people's work as well. So when I'd recently put my work up in an exhibition up the Arts Depot, I really got inspired by other people's work and how they did theirs and stuff. So some of them were painting off their imagination. They weren't using any particular photos and stuff, and so I've been trying to do that at home as well. One guy was painting in dots and stuff, so it was really interesting to see how other people worked, and it gave me lots of ideas as well.
When I saw you, I didn't know you were disabled either, you know.
I think it's a very hidden disability. You can't really see it, so it's kind of invisible for a lot of people. So it's not something that you can really see, which is probably why.
Before you started doing art, how do you think your confidence was back then to now when you do art? How has your confidence improved?
So I've definitely improved like my communication skills, as mentioned before. So it helps me express myself, talk to people and stuff like that. And I wasn't doing that as much before I started getting into art. So I've definitely come a long way from then. Yeah. I think when I first started art, my use of mediums, I was only really using coloured pencils at the beginning. And then it kind of developed into different mediums and stuff like that, and different techniques and stuff. So I've really improved, like, from using only coloured pencils to the chalk pastels, the charcoal and the paints and stuff. So it's not just coloured pencils now, it's increased to all sorts of different materials.
So I think when you say the word, is it mediums? I think you're trying to describe what kind of materials you use, because you went from coloured pencils, which can break, to charcoal, which makes you messy, to paint. And what else do you use? Pastels. Do you use, when you draw, do you use like pencils and shade them in with the gel pens, glitter gel pens?
No, I kind of do the undersketch with pencil first, and then I start to add the pastels over the top, because it kind of blends well with the pencils. So I'm not only just using coloured pencils. At the beginning I was, but now I'm kind of moving on to like all sorts of different sort of mediums. Maybe gouache and oil pastels will be and oil paints will be next, I don't know. And I've also learned like lino printing as well, lino printing, collage, embroidery too, so all sorts of different ways of doing things. There's so many different ways of doing things with art. Yeah.
Hasel, do you ever feel like you get messy and you just don't know what to do with a mess?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm not really a messy person. I really like everything tidy and clean and, so it does it is messy. It's a messy job, but I think when you're doing a painting, it's worth it because the results are lovely at the end, isn't it? So it's worth getting messy for, I think.
Hasel, you know how you've explained how art helped you in your mental health. If somebody was feeling like you back then, how would you recommend art to them?
So, to help them express how they feel, some artists do paintings that kind of express their emotions and stuff like that, so they put dark papers, like dark colours. It's a bit like therapy, really. So if you're going to an art therapy session, for example, and you're trying to talk to a therapist about how you feel, then you kind of draw and paint how you feel, I think, and that helps you express to other people how you feel. So like if you're feeling down one day, maybe you paint lots of dark colours or a dark sky, or if you're feeling really happy, it's just painting is how you feel. Paint how you feel. So like it's a bit like painting to music as well. How does the music make you feel? And that's how you can express yourself, through painting. That helps you express yourself.
I've got 2 questions. One is, did you like art in school? The other one is, do you have a art folder with all your artwork in?
Yeah, I think in secondary school, I always got the pass grades in art and English as well. So those were the top subjects and the ones I enjoyed the most, I think, as well. I do have a folder of my artwork sort of separated into, there's a box as well. There's a box and a folder, boxes and folders. So basically they're separated into different sections. So all the ones from Andrea's online Monday classes are in one section. All the ones from Judith's classes are in another section, and then all the ones from Flo's Wednesday classes are in another section. So they're divided into different groups according to which classes they're from. And then I've also got one section that's for other artwork and workshops. So there may be summer workshops or things that I do outside of the classes as well.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time, Hasel?
So maybe my artwork could go into bigger exhibitions, maybe, I don't know, or I could set up a website maybe for my artwork and people could visit it and stuff like that. Might be nice to have them, if they're good enough, to have them for sale and stuff, but we'll see. It might be nice to also, I like to, because I think I can teach as well, teach lots of techniques to other people that I've learned as well. So it might be nice to be a teaching assistant in a class, help an art teacher with students in a class develop their artwork and stuff as well. So that might be something I might want to do as well.
Right, Hasel. We're nearly at the end of the interview. On behalf of everyone, I'd like to thank you for coming to talking to us about your artists, alright, your arts. Thank you very much, Hasel.
Oh, you're very welcome. I think it's been a great experience for me as well. I mean, I've never done this before, so it's really boosted my confidence too. So thanks to everyone here too.
Hooray!
And now it's time
for Poetry Corner.
So today we have one of Carol's famous poems. Go for it, Carol.
So this is my first ever poem that I did in 2019. It's called Memories/My Place. My place is up in a tree with an old wooden leaf-covered treehouse. My place is a few inches away from the tall, brown, historic tree, like it's about to fall down, with my arms stretched out, while thinking of memories and thought bubbles and flashbacks. My place is looking at the mellow yellow sun as it shines on my ocean blue eyes, while feeling the white, cold breeze in my natural, shiny brown hair, blowing in the wind. My place is by myself, with my special books of photo albums and videotapes of my childhood, which when you open it, magic flows out. It makes me feel relaxed, peaceful and delightful by Carol.
I imagined everything in my mind, what you said then. So what inspired you to write that poem, Carol?
So back in like school, a group, like a company came to our school and we were writing our poems. We were going to like create something based on themed My Place, like a place that makes us feel happy. So I imagined like a tree house in like the sun, and inside the treehouse there's like a box full of memories of childhood, so it like brings you back to when you were little. And then we kind of like presented it to the assembly in school, and yeah.
Wow, fantastic, Carol. Thank you so much.
Final thoughts. How did it make you feel when you speak about your feelings and everything?
It's very anxiety-inducing, and it can be a bit stressful because trying to get my thoughts out clearly and concisely and accurately is very difficult a lot of the time. You know, especially when I know that multiple, well, in this case, many people could be hearing it. But it's also quite freeing at times as well. So yeah, it's mixed, but yeah, it is what it is, and you know. But yeah, thanks for the question.
Thank you.
I feel like I can talk openly, and I feel like everyone will listen.
This organisation, this group means a lot to me as well, because before I was very, very quiet, but now I can speak my mind up, and tell people how I feel about things, you know.
Me, yes. The same me, yes.
And also we can have a laugh as well.
It helps me with my mental thing, and it's quite good to people listening, making new friends and talking to people.
I learned how to speak openly, and I can unmask here and not worry about what people think. I don't know.
Amazing.
Bye! Community focus. We're here for you. Our point of view. At 5 o'clock. You're North London. A week in review. We're here for you.